Your wash and go routine doesn't need to be complicated to work. Today, I'm sharing my simplified routine for a long-lasting curl definition without having to use a Denman brush. I've included a 7-day follow-up so you can see how my wash and go progresses. No re-wetting or restyling throughout the week, just a natural progression. By the end of this video, you'll know how I shampoo and detangle in one step, plus how I define my curls and dry them with ease. Let's get into it. An easier wash and go routine starts with prepping the night before, so I take a few minutes to quickly throw together my Ambunu shampoo. Ambunu contains saponins that gently sud up and cleanse the hair without stripping it of moisture. The amount of time it takes to throw together the shampoo is basically the same as when you make a tea. If you can make tea, you definitely can make the shampoo. The next morning, I extract the shampoo using a French press and pour it into an applicator bottle. Before I do that, I like to make sure that I'm removing excess buildup. Removing buildup from your hair is an excellent way to boost curl definition, and I do that by adding apple cider vinegar. Using Ambunu shampoo is an excellent way to save on water if you care about wasting water, which I do. But once you fill up the bottle, shake it up and it's ready to use. This day, my hair was about 7 days old, I think, or 8 days old, and it was stretched. If my hair is extra tangled, I detangle my hair in 4 sections. If it's not, I work in 2. First, I fully saturate my scalp with the Ambunu shampoo, and I don't do the rest of my hair because I just don't like the feeling of wet hair on my body. So I just do my scalp first, give it a little quick massage. To make sure my scalp is as clean as possible, I massage it with my electric scalp massager. You could use any one that you have on hand, and then I apply the Ambunu shampoo to the length of my hair. After it's fully saturated and I add a lot in there, I go ahead with my easy detangling brush. It has treated my hair extremely well. It's so easy to use and to clean and maintain. My total detangling time gets cut down from like 30 minutes to 8 minutes, which is incredible. I hardly lose any hair when I use Ambunu shampoo, which is amazing. It just takes out the shed hair and nothing else. The primary reason why I love using Ambunu shampoo is this shampoo saves me a ton of time so that I'm not standing up forever in the shower. It's a multi-purpose product because it properly cleanses the hair and detangles all at the same time. Once I finish one side, I clip it out of the way and move on to the other side of my scalp. If you don't have a scalp massager, you can also use the brush or comb you detangle with to loosen up buildup from the scalp. In my case, I like to do a little bit of both, and when you see me comb through my scalp more than once, that's exactly what I'm doing. For those of you who also have long hair, using a bottle with an applicator tip is an easier way to get the shampoo directly to the scalp. Before I use that type of bottle, I used to experience a lot of flaking, and now it's a non-issue for me. Typically, I massage my scalp for a few minutes. This helps to loosen up shed hair that wants to come out. The Ambunu and ACV combo are the perfect balance to moisturize and gently clarify the hair. I'm able to easily get it through my hair from root to tip because of the amount of slip, and it cleanses the entirety of my hair rather than just my scalp. When I use just a moisturizing shampoo, my hair does not have as much curl definition. Buildup causes curls to be lackluster, dull, and shapeless, and if you've struggled with getting curl definition, give clarifying your curls a try. Because I shampooed outside of the shower, all I need to do at this point is rinse it out and I could hop into my next step. For a good wash and go, prep is everything, and using a hair mask that has good ingredients can make all the difference in the world. It's a good idea to use one that truly hydrates the hair from the inside out rather than just covering up frizz. The one I love when I'm doing my quick routine is this honey and sage one. I apply an ample amount and comb it through from root to tip. I leave no inch of hair uncovered. Then I go in with the same brush I showed before to distribute the hair mask evenly and clip it up. Rather than my usual routine of deep conditioning outside outside of the shower with heat, I'm gonna throw it on with a foil cap because foil caps trap in heat better than traditional caps. Whenever I'm styling a wash and go, my main objective is always longevity. When your curls are well moisturized and protected and treated with a bit of patience on wash day, they'll last you much longer and you won't have to waste time during the week restyling your hair. After I finish my shower routine for my body, I rinse out the deep conditioner and I put on a smooth microfiber towel to soak up the excess shower water before I begin styling. To get the ultimate curl definition, style your curls in sections. I know it's tempting. You want to do it in one big blob because it seems faster, but you know what? Your hair is just not going to be defined if you do it that way. I style my hair in 5 sections, and how many sections you choose is entirely up to you. I layer 3 products to moisturize and hold my curls in place. The first being my homemade curl serum. I use my homemade serum to hydrate and protect the health of my scalp because it tends to get very dry and itchy over time. This serum is water-based, which makes it ideal for re-wetting my hair before applying the next product. But if you don't have this on hand, no worries, just use distilled water instead. The point is to keep your hair wet because water is the first layer of moisture we need to get juicy and defined curls. I apply my curl serum directly to my scalp, rub it in and down the rest of my hair. My second layer is a curl cream or leave-in. This aloe infused curl cream is my go-to for long-lasting curl hydration. It's extremely rich and I use it to lock in the moisture from the serum into my hair. Last but not least, I apply flaxseed gel to create curl definition and hold. I highly recommend trying out flaxseed gel or using any gel your curls agree with to hold them in place while they dry. While the curl serum is an optional add-on, using a gel for hold is not. You want your curls to dry with a hard hold. Once each product is thoroughly raked through, I form a circle with my hands and I shake it down my hair to bring my curls back. You don't need a Denman brush or any special tool to make this happen. All you need is your hands. Whatever you do, don't apply gel to naked hair. It works best in conjunction with a moisturizing leave-in conditioner. For the amount of product I like to use, it's about a pea size of the curl cream. It could be more or less depending on your hair. If you feel like your hair needs more hydration, add a little bit more curl cream. If you feel like your hair needs a little bit less, don't add as much. It's super simple. You can customize the amount of product you use and make it your own. And as you can see, I'm not just raking the products into the 5 sections. I'm actually splitting those 5 sections in half. I'm not clumping it into one big section. I split that into an even smaller section. Not too little because then it'll take forever to do, but that seems to be the magic formula for me. Of course, play it by ear. The smaller the section you work with, the greater the curl definition you have, and working in larger sections gives less curl definition, but it adds more fluff and fullness to the style. And you'll also notice that when I'm doing it for the front sections, which tend to be a little bit thinner for me, I like to squeeze them together to help them clump before I shake the hair. This helps my hair to appear a lot thicker when it dries. It also reinforces curl definition. What I like about shaking my hair instead of scrunching it or doing anything else with it is that it allows my curls to naturally form the way they want to without being too rough on my hair or over brushing it. And as for the technique, brushing my hair way too much causes my hair to look thinner and really frazzled no matter how much product I put in my hair. Using my hands is the best option for me because I can be more gentle and feel what my hair needs as I apply product and mold it into defined curls. The main purpose of each step is to gently coax it into its natural shape after it's been well moisturized. Raking allows my hair to absorb the product, clumping reinforces the frizz-free curl definition, and shaking reactivates the natural shape of the curl. Curl definition is coming more so from how hydrated my hair is plus the gel. Flaking isn't an issue when you apply enough leave-in conditioner before applying flaxseed gel or any other gel. Just make sure you use a leave-in conditioner that pairs well with your chosen gel. You can find this out by rubbing a bit of gel and leave-in conditioner you want to use in your hands. Once you rub it together, see if white flakes appear. If the products blend easily into each other, it most likely won't flake. If you see white lumps left behind, chances are that leave-in and gel combo will leave behind white flakes in your hair. Sometimes instead of shaking my hair into place, I also also flick it to reactivate my curls, as you see me doing here. That technique is only good for the spots of your hair that you want super defined curls because it is way more time consuming, so it's not practical for your entire head. For the most part, you'll want to stick with shaking your curls back into place. If your products are lightweight enough, it's not necessary to rough up or scrunch your hair to get curl definition. I've tried my styling method with mousse and just curl creams alone, but nothing works like my serum and flaxseed gel combo when it comes to hold and definition. Mousse and curl creams are amazing, but they leave a very soft hold. Now, the best way I found to diffuse my curls is with this soft bonnet diffuser. It's a very long bonnet and it dries your roots and ends evenly all at the same time. You don't have to move the diffuser around your hair. With this method, shrinkage is not an issue. My hair dries as if I waited all day for it to air dry. Just grab your hair dryer, attach the hose, set your dryer to low heat and high speed, and let it work its magic. When I found this on Amazon, I was so geeked to try it out. I couldn't believe how perfectly my curls dried the first time I tried it. I'm never diffusing my curls any other way from now on. It's so much more comfortable than the traditional way of diffusing. This soft hair bonnet allows me to multitask while I dry my hair. After you did all that work to wash and style your hair, do you really want to sit there and diffuse your curls the traditional way and hurt your arm? Or would you rather be able to have free hands and do your makeup or maybe even take a nap? To me, it's a no-brainer. I'm all for making any part of my routine easier. I usually prefer to wait until my hair is 100% dry before taking it out of my soft bonnet, but if you want to, you could totally just set it for 30 minutes and then let it air dry the rest of the way. Once it's dry, I allow my hair to stay nice and crunchy from the gel cast, and when bedtime rolls around, I grab a satin scrunchie and pineapple my curls. I top it off with an extra layer of protection from my satin bonnet, and I sleep on a silk pillowcase. I make sure that all bases are covered because none of my work is going to waste, y'all. My hair is done. I am super exhausted, so I'm going to go to sleep. I usually separate my hair the next day. Usually when I wait to separate my hair lasts a lot longer. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now, and I will see you guys in the morning. It is the next morning and it's time for me to take this out. We were finally able to scrunch out the crunch, and I get a lot of questions, so I figured I might as well just kind of answer you guys on here about crunchiness with the flaxseed gel. Don't fear the crunch. The crunch is actually a good thing. It's basically just means that your hair is actually holding the shape that you put it in while you're styling it. So what I do to get rid of that is I just take some oil and then I clap out the crunch. You could use any oil that your hair likes. I just recommend that you use an oil that's really lightweight, something like jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil is also really great, just as long as you use something that won't weigh your hair down and won't make it greasy over time. So the one that I'm using is this one that I've made, and I'm almost out. I actually need to make some more, and it's a herbal hair oil, but again, use whatever oil that your hair likes. I didn't work out this morning, so my edges should still be intact. You'll notice that during this process, the curls start to get fluffy as well. After that, I separate a few of the hair strands that are still clumped together to add a bit more fullness, but just a little tip, the longer you wait to separate and fluff your curls, the better. The name of the game here is patience. Depending on how long I choose to dry my hair, my entire wash and go routine for super defined curls can take 90 minutes to 2 hours. And usually wash days can take up to 4 hours with my length of hair. So this is what I do when I want my curls to be defined and well taken care of with much less effort. Now, depending on your curl length and thickness, the time it takes to complete will vary. Because I carve out time to take care of my hair in this way every 7 to 10 days, my curls are extremely low maintenance on a daily basis. And the most I do is style my edges and add oil for shine as the days go on. To maintain it, I simply put my hair up in a pineapple as I showed you guys before. I wrap it in the same satin scarf, I take it down, and I style my edges. Day 1 is done. I'll come back and check in with you guys on day 2 so you guys can see what my hair is progressively looking like. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, my loves. It is day 2 and it's time to see what my hair is looking like. So I'm just gonna take this off. I didn't do anything with my hair yet. We're just gonna see what I'm working with. As you can see, over the next 7 days, my curls start to lose elasticity. They have a little bit more of a stretched look because I don't add any water throughout the week typically. All I do is usually style my edges and kind of just smooth any frizz down with the oil that I showed you guys before. Other than that, I like to leave my hair alone, kind of just let it do its thing. This may sound a little bit counterintuitive, but I feel like leaving it alone for the most part helps it to stay really healthy and it helps it to grow pretty fast. I hope that my routine gave you some ideas on how you can make yours simpler, a little easier. You don't have to have a bunch of different tools to make your hair the healthiest it could possibly be. All you need is your hands and the right tools and products for yourself. Other than that, I enjoyed making this video for you guys. Thank you so much for coming through. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe and share the love if you know anyone else who would enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. In this tutorial, I'm sharing how to achieve heatless curls the easy way, and we'll be speeding up the air dry process to create no heat curls without sleeping on uncomfortable curlers or weird contraptions overnight. One of the best ways to save on drying time with heatless curls is by stretching it first. So I'll show you the African beauty secret I use to smooth up my natural curls without heat. To make installation easier, you'll want to put the flexi rods starting from the back and working your way to the front. The styler I'm using is this honey spiked mousse that has a very soft hold, and using about 1 pump of mousse to fully saturate my hair. Next, you want to smooth that through and then detangle it with a tangle teaser. It's very important that this is nice and smooth before we put it onto the rod.